Hello, Olo again, nuggets of wisdom. My topic, the conditioned mind versus the unconditioned mind. Let's talk about it. Welcome back. While please like, share, hit the notification bell for new content. This may not be the what folks may deem interesting or things that a lot of folks are looking at, but I've come to an understanding that it's getting scary by the minute. From the clothes we wear, from commercials on TV, from the movies we watch, from the way we dress, everything is being conditioned. What everybody deems trendy. Let's break it down a little bit. You remember, if anybody's been on the internet or YouTube, I think a couple of years ago, we had the term high value man. That term was coined, and that same word took a life of its own. Folks like it. Then the woman said, "Oh, I need a high value man." And it became its own. We go on. Then there was the 666, 6 foot, 6 figures, and 6 package, whatever your package. Got ridiculous. Because you may think it's just fun, but we're being conditioned. If you look at, this is, please, I want you to understand me. This is not to ban any race issue. If you go on TV, look at commercials where there are couples, there's always going to be a white man and a black woman and a biracial child. And I sat down one day and I could count like 7 or 8 commercials that was the same. That what they are doing is they are conditioning your mind that this is how it's going to be. And there's nothing wrong with that. But there's a marketing ploy behind this. I think it's the last summer, and this is last year. I think it was last year sometime. We had the Woman King and we had the Wakanda Forever movie come out. If you look at both of those movies, both of those movies were geared toward women. And there's nothing wrong with that. But the question is, everything is being conditioned. And when you look at this guy started at the studio and said, we need to do a movie. Who's going to, black women are not black women, women period, are the consumers of a whole lot of stuff. If they market that to us as men, you probably won't make any money in most cases. If you look at the romantic, even when I was growing up, when you look at the romantic novels and the movies, they were all geared to women. There's nothing wrong with all that. But what I'm trying to get at here, the crux of what I'm trying to see is that we are being conditioned. So it would be okay if it was just a movie, it was just something else. But there's an underlying plan to keep us stuck. If you go online, people tell you, "Oh, why don't you borrow?" Look at the area of money. They will say, "Oh, why don't you borrow from your house? Get a HELOC, borrow from your house, so you can buy other things." But are the same people going to penalize you if your job goes down and you can't pay it back? Conditioning. And it's so scary that folks don't want to really understand what's going on. I want to give you I came across this book this morning and it scared the living daylight out of me. I'm reading this book by Joe Dispenza, right? And the title of the book is called Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. And he talked about something he coined high better, better male or better personality. He said in his book here, the stress I've been discussing in the product of our addiction to the big three. The problem isn't that we are conscious and aware, but that our focus in high better is almost exclusively on our environment. So basically what he's saying there, that the three things human beings focus on for the conditioning to start. Number one thing is people. Number two, second thing is things. And number three thing is places. I say that again. People, things, places, conditioning. Let's break it down. If LeBron James is having a man purse, if it's good enough for LeBron James, it's good enough for everybody else. So everybody follow the trend. People. Things. If they say this is the best car ever that everybody should drive, and my favorite movie star is driving it, and it's affordable, conditioning. Places. This is where all the actors and the movies hang out. Folks want to go to the same place because we have been conditioned. I want to go further. I came across this little, it's not really it's just something that somebody wrote, not a book or anything. That I thought was very powerful that I need to share before I move on. He said, what's a conditioned mind? A conditioned mind is a mind which is loaded up with ideas, assumptions, and concepts. If you make an observation, a conditioned mind will quickly come to a conclusion regarding the observation without any novel or creative thinking. In other words, we are remote controlled by what's happening, assumptions, ideas, concepts. That's a conditioned mind. According to an unconditioned mind, anything that can happen and anything can be true. So the unconditioned mind will go about seeking the answer. That's what we're trying to do here. Seeking the answer, no matter how simple the observation is. Guys, are you listening to me? A conditioned mind is loaded with ideas, assumptions, and concepts. Ideas that this person is doing this, I'm supposed to be doing that. Assumptions, because they have the money, I think I can go break the credit card to do that. Concepts, high value man. Somebody said it, it's the best thing I can say. You have to be very careful of what we're looking at. I'm going to go back very quickly to what he said here in breaking the habit of breaking yourself. The stress I've been discussing is a product of our addiction into the big three. The problem isn't that we are conscious and aware, but that our focus is in high better is almost exclusively our environment, people, things, or places. Our bodies, our body parts, and functions. I'm hungry, I'm too weak, I'm better knows, I'm fat compared to her, and time, hurry up, the clock is winding down. In the high better, the outer world appears to be more real than the inner world. Oh my God, I can drop it right there. Our attention, let me go back. The high better, the outer world appears to be more real than the inner world. I'm pronouncing the better. I'm pronouncing it wrong. So just bear with me. B-E-T-A. In the high better, the outer world appears to be more real than the inner world. Our attention and conscious awareness primarily focus on everything that makes up the external environment. We don't care what's happening in the inside of us. It doesn't matter what we're doing in the inside. Everything, as the other statement says, people, things, and places is all external. And we now say, okay, we have more wealth now, access to a whole lot of things. We can have information at the tip of our fingers, and we're still highly unhappy. We still don't have enough. I go online, and this is not a US thing, it's a world thing. Everybody are not dealing, most people are not dealing with internet stuff. It's places, things, and people. Who's my best friend? Who am I hooking up with? Who am I connected to? What group am I supposed to be in? I'm not saying that's okay, but it gets to a point where it's conditioning, man. Condition versus conditioned mind. So, in other words, let me put it in very simple terms. The conditioned mind bases its life on assumptions, ideas, and concepts. The unconditioned mind says, okay, let me go seek for knowledge. Let me go understand what's going on. We're living a life, this is absolutely crazy. Trend has become the order of the day. I don't think people even believe what they're saying. It just sounds good because that's happening. I'll give you a joke one day. I'm going to finish with this very quickly. Years ago, when my kid was younger, my daughter, she came home and she said I wanted to wear, maybe they were wearing blue or something. And she came home, she said, Dad, we need to wear red. And I said, why do you want to wear that? I can't remember the color to be per se. She said, because Nicole in school is wearing this particular color. Conditioning. It's happening since probably Nicole was the ringleader of that particular, mini little group. I say this to say, my brothers, we're living in a time that we need to seek knowledge. We're living in a time that we cannot live our life on assumptions, ideas, and a bunch of crap. We can't. If we want to meet it, we have to be seeking knowledge. Where we need to seek knowledge, we need to ask questions. Okay, that's the observation. How do I think about this? Brothers, my aim for you is that you have an unconditioned mind, not a conditioned one. I guess this blesses you, man. Olo again, nuggets of wisdom. I'm out.